Alright, so we're checking out the only game that gets better the more mods destroy its physics. It's Cities XXL. There is a mod that destroys any semblance of reality, and it's amazing. So instead of having a game that makes you want to die, it turns it into a game that makes you laugh shortly before you die at least. Play game, damn it. Allow me to demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about. I don't remember making that, but that's probably the feeling that went through my mind when I started playing this game. Cities XXL is one of those games that's really bad, but if you make it just a little bit worse, it drops through the floor of horridness and comes out on top of amazing. Why did I move here? This shows you how much we're struggling financially. We can't even afford the last two letters. Alrighty. So basically what this mod does is it allows you to put roads in places that you're not supposed to be able to put roads. This causes a chain reaction where you can then create residences and businesses in places that they probably shouldn't exist. I have effectively had people live on like a 70-degree incline, damn near a sheer surface. So yeah. I want people to worry about breaking their ankles when they just want to go to the store for like a gallon of milk. You're gonna have to buy insurance just to go to the mall. Cities XXL is also one of those games that's like, please cheat. And I'm like, okay. See, there's actually a menu called cheat. Okay, so every good city that makes people want to torture themselves starts with a stupid mountain in a random place. We're not really gonna worry about any level of normalcy here. Honestly, the lumpier the better. It's like mashed potatoes. I'm not really sure at what level of extreme the mod stops working, so I'm just gonna get really stupid over here just to see if we can make this happen. Cities XXL is also one of those games where there's no limit to how high you can terraform. Jesus. I can't think of a better way to spend $10 million. I don't actually know how long it's going to take me to get to the ground from this pillar that we've made. Oh God, got there. All right, I think this is a pretty good start. We have slightly ridiculous and then completely ridiculous. Oh God. Okay, that may be a little bit too much. Ah, good. Judging by the impossible inclines and the fact that the mountain is stabbing halfway through the road, I can see things are already starting to work exactly like they're supposed to. Oh yeah. There we go. The road system is totally working like it's supposed to. So yeah, the city that you're gonna live in is directly proportionate to how big your balls are. So you can be stupid, or you can be real stupid. All right, let's get people to start moving in here. All right, the housing districts can begin at this point. It's just, you have to kind of finagle this a little bit to make it work. We have our very first child throwing his paper airplane, mostly just wondering why he's surrounded by sheer walls. Oh yeah. Our shopping zone is looking fantastic. There's nothing like sitting on a park bench that's on an 80-degree incline. The thing I like most is how the trees grow straight up, but the potted plants grow outward at an angle. The big thing to remember here is don't fall off the sidewalk or you'll probably die. I shouldn't say that. You may actually catch on one of the trees here before falling to your death. I'm really happy to see that the slums are starting to develop over here in Jagged Ass Falls, or wherever this place is called. There we go. We finally got part of the mall on a 90-degree surface. I don't even know what this is over here. If this is a building or something. Oh God, it's a road, but it doesn't begin or end anywhere. It just appears here out of nowhere. Now you really want to caress the stupidity in over here. That you got plenty of frame rate loss whenever you're playing this game, so you don't have to be in a rush because it's gonna slow you down anyway. Yeah, see, we police ourselves here. We don't need any of the parking lot stoppers because if you park outside of your space, you'll just fall. Something is wrong with retail. Yeah, no kidding. What we need is some nice sports that can't be played anywhere. Looking at the many beautiful neighborhoods in the background over here, I have a feeling that this plot of land right here is gonna go for big money, mostly because of the 400-foot high pillar that's just sitting in its backyard. Okay, I don't actually know what the hell happened here. So I ended up putting a retail area on top of a road, and it just decided to create a new road in midair above it. It kind of created a bridge, but not really. Everyone in this city knows why the taxes are so high. Now, if you're an executive, the #1 way to know that you're better than everyone else is to have your house with nothing below it. This is the pinnacle of society. The old floating house trick. God, I hope someone moves in up here. The reason that the executives live here is because all the dumb kids usually end up falling to their death, so it weeds out everyone that can't perform in school pretty early on in life. There's nothing like taking a long stroll downtown and trying to figure out how the hell you're gonna get through the park area. Lady, I hope you brought your mountaineering gear. Even the farmers aren't getting out of this unscathed. Have fun plowing on like a 45-degree angle. This hill is so bad that this guy better pray to God he doesn't trip, because he will fall all the way down to the base of this Satan. This is so strange. I can't understand why no one wants to rent the space with no floor beneath it. This guy did. This building is half floating in the air. There's nothing beneath it. Just FYI, we are not selling you any sinkhole insurance. You can't even tell. I mean, from the front, you can't tell that there's no floor beneath this building. Once you go to the backside, though, yeah. The executive area is doing really well. I'm kind of surprised. Actually, I'm not too surprised. I'm assuming that every executive has a high-powered vehicle, considering they have to go up like a 70-degree angle in order to simply get into the neighborhood. That's when you know you have a badass freaking harvester, when you park it on like a 60-degree incline. Well, I guess they're only parking half of it. What even are these supposed to be? Are these like safety barriers? Is there any reason to have them? They should be facing this way so that if people start falling down this sheer hill, they'll be able to catch on them. Oh, it almost let me get this road just floating in midair. There we go. I have no idea what it is trying to do right now. God, I don't know what sort of crazy crap the game is trying to auto-generate with this, but it's just sending my roads into space. Not sure what the hell happened in this neighborhood. It's got 2 roads that just go into a pit. Something is wrong with the hotels. Yeah, who the hell would want to come to this city on purpose? I'm gonna go ahead and put educational building here because I think it's important for everyone to understand how gravity works before they live in this neighborhood. All right, we finally got a bus depot up and running. I'm not really sure who would want to run this business, because in order to get anyone anywhere, it takes like 300 gallons of fuel. Oh, I'm pretty happy. Over here in Satan Plaza, businesses are starting to open. You can tell this plaza gets its name from the the only way off is to basically drive down this hill to this roadway. I also still appreciate how this game has created a road sitting on top of a sandy pillar in the middle of what I think is one of the little park areas. Richan. That's who has the big balls to set up here. So I made this plaza here with the future of keeping it clean in mind. If you notice, it's built in a giant V, so all of the waste products just kind of tumble down to the center. What happens if you put a plaza in like a really jacked up area like this? Does it smooth it out, or? Oh God, no, it doesn't smooth it out at all. So, I got a question. Who was the badass who laid these tiles down? Also, who was the one who had the opportunity to stop them in midair? Okay, this may have been some poor city planning. Our bus depot is half inside of the cement plaza now. On a side note though, people can still drive and walk through the cement somehow. So yeah, not gonna lie, that road seems to have a bigger arc than the rainbow. Oh man, when you put plazas down in areas that are already pretty much finished, it causes all kinds of awful things to happen. This road is now completely suspended in air above the plaza. And now even more of my hotels have no floors beneath them. Shareholders relocated it in another city, I'll bet. Yeah, this part of town is doing really well. I think it's because more than half of it is levitating off of the ground. Look at that, new buildings are going up right now. Everyone wants to live in a levitating city. I felt like the people needed an open air market. It works really well because you can just drive right into it. Plus, if you have something to sell, there's not a lot of competition down there because you have to jump off this area in order to get there. I don't even know why we put these lamps here. Half of the light is going to be shielded because of the incline. We're at the point now where houses are being built with nothing under them at all. The open air market where people go to drown themselves in concrete. This entire community is probably my favorite because it's an excellent example of what we're trying to accomplish here. The more of my city that ceases to have a floor beneath it, the happier I get. Like, just looking at this visage, I don't even know what to say because a lot of it probably doesn't make any sense. Way in the background over here, you can actually see the one road that just is sitting on top of the hill. No one knows why. It doesn't connect to anything. It doesn't do anything. It's just part of a chunk of road. This is one of those instances where I really feel like I want to connect more roads out of this. You can call it a transportation game if you really want to. Slope is too steep, you liar. It's been working the whole time. Oh, but somehow this is okay. You know what? Sure. Hold on, can I get a road going through these two buildings to this? Here, we'll use a cheap road. I'm not spending a ton of money on these people. Right there. Yes. So making plazas typically causes horrible things to happen. I think it's time to do it right over here. All right, this could either go very well or very poorly. Yeah. You know what? Everything looks fine. I mean, other than this skate park ramp that's just jutting out of the middle for no reason. Actually, this entire plaza is like a death trap. There's more ridges over here. You can have a construction zone. Can I put it over here? Let's give it up for whatever we used to stack our boxes with, because even on these surfaces, they don't slide down the hill. If there was like outhouses here, I would hate to have to use a porta potty in this position. There's no way to do this without getting a face full of fecal material. There's a moped up here? How many CCs are in that engine? How the hell did you make it up this road? You can just interconnect all these roundabouts? Why? Oh God. They're floating above the earth as well. This guy took one look at this market and is like, I'm getting too old for this shit. Well, we did it. We clearly made the most efficient and accessible city known to mankind in Cities XXL. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this episode of Cities XXL. Until next time, stay foxy and much love.